Hello there, welcome to my review of 21 Bridges starring Chadwick Boseman. I'd just like to say now, I watched this movie a few days ago and I wasn't going to review it, but due to recent events, I will say RIP to the King of Wakanda. Very, very sad news, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But let's review 21 Bridges. This movie came out in 2019, and I haven't done a movie review in a while, so I thought this would be a good movie to review at this point in time. This is a very average cop thriller, and in some ways that's completely fine, and it does exactly what it needs to do extremely well, and I really enjoyed a lot of the back and forth between the criminals and the cops, and it's showing that different perspective there. There's some interweave tension, which I really, really appreciated within the film, with it sort of showing how the cops sort of are quite ruthless, and sort of like are ruthless killers. And then it shows the criminals, which one of the criminals is someone who's getting muddled up in all this, and he sort of doesn't want to do this, and because the crime scene he's part of has killed a lot of people and stuff like that, and he's obviously been stealing all these things, and there's a big chase ensues, it makes you actually scared for his life, and that, I think, is created a really good, unique balance of tension between these two different sides. There are twists, there are turns, it's very conventional. Let's get into some of the problems I have with this movie first. Let's talk about the visuals, because this movie is not as gritty as it could be. It's very Hollywoodized. It feels very non-gritty, non-realistic. It's very flashy with all the lights and stuff. It looks very well lit and everything. It just doesn't look or feel real, and I think that was a problem with it. It brings up some interesting points about cops in these cities and how they do their jobs and the criminals, but it's very, very average. I have seen many films like this before, but if you're a fan of this sort of film and fan of this sort of genre, then it has some entertaining chase sequences and some entertaining things there. There was a decent musical score by Henry Jackman, but I think sometimes it was really overbearing. There was a twist that also came in throughout the last, I would say, 15 minutes or so, and it was hinted at, but there wasn't really much going on there. I think if they really developed the whole film around that, then it could have been really interesting. It was just sort of like, here's a twist to make it more interesting, and I liked it, but it felt like there could have been a lot more expanded upon there, and the movie felt very short. It felt like as soon as the third act was hitting, I understood what the movie was about, and the plot and characterization were really lacking beforehand, that when we got a slight bit of intrigue there, it sort of just went down. And for me, that's where the movie failed a bit. But still, as a routine cop thriller, it's perfectly enjoyable and fine. I don't have much to say about this movie, and I enjoyed it nevertheless. I wouldn't recommend watching it, but if you want a late night, not really paying attention, with a few intriguing bits and a few tense moments, then I guess this movie's fine, but nothing special, I guess. I'm gonna give 21 Bridges a B-. I'm also going to give this movie around a 6 out of 10. Guys, comment down below your opinions on 21 Bridges if you have seen it. I do have a few reviews that I was going to upload, but they didn't do properly. And I did a review for Project Power, that Netflix movie, and it didn't really upload. But if you want to check out my opinions on that movie and other movies that I've seen recently, you can check out my letterbox down below. And look forward to a review for Tenet coming soon. Of course, thanks for watching, and goodbye, and RIP, the King of Wakanda, Chadwick Boseman.